Hello, my name is BBenes, and this is the biodiversity at Luke Reservoir. I changed the name for privacy purposes, and this is my daughter fishing. She is adorable in her pink overalls. So the species richness and evenness, it had moderate diversity. I definitely noticed the dominant species were geese and ducks, with also a ton of different songbirds and shorebirds like red-winged blackbirds, swallows, that sort of thing. I also noticed on the plant side of things, cattails are dominant, a lot of native grasses and flowering plants and weeds. Regarding insects, I noticed lots of dragonflies, butterflies, lots of honeybees and wasps in the area. I definitely noticed that like cattails, geese, ducks tend to dominate. And then I saw a few distinct roles being filled here. The pollinators, like the bees, butterflies, hoverflies, that sort of thing. I saw the decomposers, like soil insects, ants, beetles, worms, microbes, fungi, all that sort of thing. They were present, but I don't think that you can see them in the picture. Also, cattails and reeds that filtered water runoff and stabilized soil. It also provided hiding places for fish, insects, and birds, as well as small creatures. Ecosystem service, they think this benefits people in a lot of different ways. Obviously, fishing. In this particular area, Colorado is a high desert, and this lake is a part of the state's water catchment system, which slows the water down and allows it to sink into the soil rather than just running off down the Colorado River. It helps in a lot of different ways. It helps, like I said, regulate the ecosystem and improve the ecosystem that way. It helps the pollination. It helps microclimate cooling. There's a lot of aesthetic and recreational value. I think Colorado does a really good job improving with the lakes. They have a lot of different lakes for that very reason, reservoirs. And it helps people improve mental health, community connection. There's a lot of events that happen. I and my daughter attended a community fishing event right around this area. So I really appreciate that. Real world connection. This is a small scale biodiversity observation. However, there's several things that threaten this space. Urban runoff, whether or not leakage from toxic waste that gets into the river system or the drainage system that gets into that lake. Invasive species, whether it's introduced by humans or whether it migrates into it, and then human activity. So this particular lake has posted signage moderating human activity to prevent a certain amount of that. But for example, overfishing is a problem. And I noticed a lot of fishing lines and hooks and all that stuff that's in the lake from fishing. So that is definitely a negative effect on this. I think it might be undervalued because a lot of people don't think about cooling and pollination as economic benefits. So they're often overlooked. And I think people enjoy the aesthetic and emotional benefits, but they're kind of hard to measure, and a lot of people don't really see them because they're not in your face. They're more of a subtextual benefit. And this connects to a broader conservation because this reservoir is part of a larger network of water catchment for Colorado. It's a part of the larger ecosystem regeneration program. It's a part of the larger, Colorado has a huge focus on outdoor wellness. And so they have a large number of outdoor parks and playgrounds and stuff like that. And these lakes are a part of it. Most lakes around here anyway have paths that surround them, that sort of thing. So this has been biodiversity at Luke Reservoir, Colorado. Thanks.